Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. With the floater. It's in!
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there.
What's up, everybody? This is Fred Ricciani of TSC Gaming, here to review NBA 2K16 for the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, and the PS3. We happen to review this on the PS4. I was a big fan of what 2K did with 2K15 last year with the addition of My Career Mode and the face scanning. Very, very cool. And they took it up a notch with NBA 2K16. Sure, my face scan did not come out the best. It did not come out derpy. I did not look like the world's grumpiest man like I did with the NBA Live app when I scanned my face for Live 16. But it kind of, sort of didn't look like me. Also, the guy didn't sound like me. In the context of Spike Lee's story, it makes sense that you only scan your face and your character is what your character is. Now, I believe your character name actually varies based on your own name. So, for example, my name's Fred. Spike Lee in the game decided to give me the nickname Freak. Frequency. Which is okay, I guess. And with My Career Mode, you don't just experience, hopping on the pros, hoping to get signed, practicing, politics with teammates, yada, yada. No. You go through high school.
Hey, what's up, baby? Hey, let's go, Freak. Let's get this win, baby.
You go through college.
And if you join the Wildcat Nation, not only will you be making a great decision, but quite frankly, it will get you to the professional level. Andre Iguodala, Sean Elliott, Steve Kerr, Jason Terry, and Damon Stoudemire.
You go through the draft, and you go to the pros. A lot more cutscenes in this My Career Mode, too. This is literally a Spike Lee joint, a Spike Lee film, a mini-film within the game, which is pretty damn cool if you're familiar with Spike Lee and his work. I mean, one of the great directors of our time, and for him to lend his creative direction to this, I mean, this is essentially like playing He's Got Game, only in a video game, which is very cool. I mean, you deal with a lot of things, not just what college you pick, not just deciding if you're going to have this agent or not, or if you're going to declare for a draft, but other life decisions. Should you keep this girl around? Should you keep your boy around, or is he just a hanger-on trying to mooch off your money? Big life decisions. This goes beyond basketball, and it's pretty realistic as far as what young men have to go through on a regular basis to end up being standout athletes, whether in basketball, football, baseball, whatever. Yeah, you got the money, you got the fame, you got the glory, but you have the temptations, and you have a lot of the things that real athletes go through when getting to the pros. Should you keep these people around you? Are these the best people around you? Is this the best guy to represent you? And so on and so forth. I really enjoyed the cutscenes. A couple minor complaints. First off, and this is really just a complaint in regards to a number of different cutscenes, whether it's interviews with Lionel Hollins, Kevin Love, or within My Career Mode. Some of these characters have awful teeth.
Kind of spoke about what he thought everyone should bring to the table, and we had to hold up our end of the bargain.
Now, I understand they enhanced My Career Mode. I enjoyed it for the most part, but I hope next year they had a dentist, because some of these guys looked like they were wearing grills. Some of these guys looked like they didn't brush their teeth. Some of these teeth didn't even look like teeth. The player models themselves, like LeBron James, Derrick Rose, those guys looked fine. But, yeah, in some of these cutscenes, the teeth looked a little wacky. Also, in between figuring out whether you want to declare for the draft or not, as well as waiting to get drafted, takes forever. You don't have to go through this initially. I mean, it'll be a while before you do. But as you play through My Career Mode, you got to sit through the draft, and you actually can't skip it. So you have to hear Adam Silver go with the first pick, with the second pick, with the third pick, and it would have been nice to, cut to my player in the crowd waiting to be drafted. Maybe him saying something to his family, like, why am I not getting picked 1 overall? Why am I not getting picked, number 23 overall, or blah, blah, blah. And instead, you just have to wait and wait and wait. And finally, at the end, it skips, and it allows you to get picked, and then there you go. The other minor complaint I had is that it skips right to your press conference, your introductory press conference as becoming a member of the respected team that drafts you, but it doesn't show you getting on stage and holding the jersey and awkwardly hugging Adam Silver. Minor thing, but still, would have been a nice addition. If there's one big addition I'd like to see in My Career Mode, It's the ability to truly make a choice. Sure, you can pick what college you go to, but I would love to put it in the player's hands to figure out exactly what you want to do. Do you want to stay in college and play for a couple more years? Do you want to refuse to report to a team? Do you want to have the option to perhaps go to the D-League? Who the hell knows? But it would be nice to have that kind of option similar to the RPG games, Witcher, for example, where you could go one path or take a completely different path. And perhaps as you progress this game, because I did get to the pros, but I'm still playing my career mode, you do get similar options to do that. But it would be nice if you got to do that from the beginning, besides just being able to choose what college you want to pick. And, oh, by the way, I picked Louisville.
Next year, I will be attending the University of Louisville. Yeah, my boy.
Good choice, son.
All that being said, the voice acting is pretty darn strong in my career mode, living the dream. I think you guys, if you're patient, if you're willing to play through the high school and college games, you will definitely enjoy it. So thumbs up in regards to my career mode and being able to customize your player. NBA Live did add this feature, but sorry EA, you're about a year late. Aesthetically, the game is still gorgeous, one of the best looking, not just in terms of sports games, but in games overall on this current generation of consoles. The models are a little bit shinier and sleeker, although again, during some of the cutscenes or interviews and stuff, the teeth do look a little funky. Just like last year, NBA 2K16's presentation is on point. During the loading times, you get Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and now Kenny the Jet Smith of Inside the NBA fame. And yes, they do argue amongst themselves.
It kind of dipped in the past few seasons. Just a lot of young guys, like you would never put Carmelo before Russell Westbrook, would you?
Well,
thank you.
I'll tell you, he's a terrific scorer. Let's start there, Ernie.
Yeah, and we've had that discussion in the past, Kenny, about who's the
still in the top 10,
the
Kenny?
easiest scorer in the
league.
He
can jump back into the top 10 very easily.
Okay, so he's not in the top 10.
Winning.
Thank you.
See, the other guys are now winning, and he is not. So now he has slid down the list because he's been a great player that isn't won as much. But when he wins again, he's back up there.
That's not happening.
The gameplay builds off of last year. A lot of fun. Pretty easy to pick up. There is a great disparity, once again, between rookie level, pro level, all-star, legendary level. So if you're a beginner, you might want to go to rookie. And you have a number of offensive and defensive options to choose from. And hey, if you fall flat on your face, it's okay. They have a ton of helpful tutorials to get you on your game. Also returning are the usual suspects. My League, My GM, which are some pretty fun modes. And what I noticed with My League is it's even more customizable than ever. I played as the Brooklyn Nets, and I decided, you know what? I want to relocate the team. So just like that, at the snap of my fingers, I relocated them to Seattle and changed their logo. Who knew it was so easy to get a basketball team back in Seattle? I love creating chaos. And of course, in My GM mode, you can either run a team to the ground or bring it to prominence. Personally, I think my results are going to be somewhere in the middle. And if you thought those were all the options you got, no. You still have the popular My Park mode where you can pick one of 3 allegiances and recruit people to your squad. And you have the 2K Pro-Am, and of course, you could just play online with your fellow gamers and see who is the very best. And we will have an in-depth review specifically of NBA 2K16's online modes very soon. If there's 2 things I love about basketball the most, it's the fact that it is truly a global game that's broken down barriers, and it is a sport, particularly with the pros, National Basketball Association, that never forgets its history. And that's the beautiful thing about NBA 2K16. You could play as a number of classic teams such as the 2007, 2008 Celtics. You could play as the mid-2000s Cavs that went to the finals with LeBron. And you could play as the 2000 Lakers taking on the early 90s original championship Chicago Bulls led by Michael Jordan. That's right, Jordan and Scottie versus Shaq and Kobe. You have about a dozen teams which featured legends like Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, MJ, you name it. Have at it, have fun. Overall, 2K Sports has outdone itself yet again. NBA 2K16 is a game with high replay value, perhaps the highest of any sports game. It not only, once again, sets the standard for all basketball games, but sports games, period. Not only can you get emotionally invested in this game through My Career Mode, but you can have some fun and no longer have to ask, what if Kobe went up against Jordan in his prime? What if Shaq actually got to squash the beef with Scottie Pippen on the court? Well, you could answer all these questions right now. Hell, you could even give Seattle a basketball team again, like I did. So what are you waiting for? Check it all out, because TSC Gaming recommends NBA 2K16 for the PlayStation 4. For more information on 2K16, the online mode, which we are going to be reviewing, and much, much more, stay tuned to TSC Gaming. Please subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button. Please share this with your friends. And please do not forget to follow us online on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube for the latest video game news updates and in-depth reviews. Until next time, everybody. As always, enjoy the games and keep living the dream.
So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.